YouTube, what's going on? Just want to do a little video on these akill tires. The akills. Little mount video on how to mount them on the rim. First, gonna get you some tools. Mount them on the cracking rim. First, you're gonna take your screws out your bead lock all the way around. Once you get the screws out of here, cause I couldn't find hardly nothing on mounting them. Now they hard to mount, cause you gotta pull these hard motherfuckers over the tie. But we'll get it in. Like I say, you basically just taking the bead lock loose. A quick video. Once you get all your screws out the bead lock out the front, just take your bead loose. Sit that aside. Gonna do the same thing on the back. Take your beads out. Where your screws. I'll get y'all in a little closer once I get the screws out. Yeah, I've been waiting on these tires for about 2 weeks. Finally showed up today. And I said, I got the mount. I got the mount. Yeah, I ordered them from Akill Racing. I think it's Akill Racing. Akill.com basically. And these are the 195 by 70s. But like I said, once you get all your screws out, basically gonna remove your bead, your ring, sit that aside, then basically just push it out of the tire like so. Get that rim out of there. Bam. Old tire. Sit that aside. Now, get the new tire, your akills. And what you want to do, you want to line it up. I had to find that out the hard way, basically. Hold on, let me switch it around. You're going to line it up with the groove. The little slots in here. See the little slots? You want to make sure they lined up on your screw holes. Y'all know how to work with me. I ain't got no camera mount or nothing, no phone mount. But basically, you just line them up. Once you get them good and lined up, and Make sure that's lined up. Alright, switch it. Basically, just gonna push it down on now. Match them on now. On the rim. A little work, but we can get it did. What's it down on? There we go. Put it down on that rim. There you go. Mash it down. Get that mash down in there. I don't like the way that look though. Alright, line it back up. It's hard to mount. Once you get this, to hang good, it come quite get a little better. Okay, I'm back. But like I was saying, you're gonna line your holes up in your tire and your rim. And once you line them up, basically just push it down on the rim. Like so. You're gonna mash it down on there, see? It's gonna mash it down on there. See how your holes line up with your screw holes line up. Like that. Once you get it mashed down on there. Now here comes the hard part. Well, I don't say hard. I say tedious. I say it's tedious. You gotta get the lip of the tire over the lip of the rim. So you just screwdriver, some flathead, some, and just work that tire up over that rim. Once you get the first one up over that rim, it kind of work itself out. But that first one, it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work you a little bit, but we'll get it did. As you can see. Once you get that first little notch up over that rim, I'm gonna hold that one. Put your screwdriver back in there, or your tools, whatever. I like to leave that one there. Then go on the other side of the one that I got up. I'll bring you in once I get them up. Once I get one or two of them up, I'll bring you in so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. There we go. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. See the little, once you get those up over your rim, once you get about 2 of them up over your rim, just about golden. Trying to hold it with my phone, hold it with my hand, and show you at the same time, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, once you get this part of the tire up over the rim, they'll start, you just do that all the way around. Pull it up all the way around the tire. And work them up. They'll get there. Take a little finagling, but you'll get it. See? See what I'm talking about? Once you get them up all up over the back of the rim, you good. And like I said, make sure you got your holes lined up. See, this why you got to have your holes lined up. See, if your holes ain't lined up, you ain't gonna be able to mount. You ain't gonna be able to screw the bead locks back, bead rings back on. So that's why it's crucial. So make sure you got them holes lined up. Kind of learned that the hard way with the first one. See. See these? Right here, what I'm talking about. Part of the tie. You see how I gotta get the rest of these up. All the way up until here. So you just go keep going around the tie. Bringing it up. It helps to hold one side while you pull the other side up. That'll help it come on out of there. Got it all out. Y'all can see the lips of the tire what I was talking about. You get those up over the rim. And once you get them up over the rim, that's why you gotta, now you just make sure you got little grooves in the rim. I don't know if y'all can see, but you got little grooves. Basically, that's gonna sit in the rim. You just make sure you snap that down into the rim. Like I said, I'll show you once I get it all in there. I got other projects I'm working on. I just got a lot of upgrades I'm doing to a lot of my cars that I'm working on. But like I said, now we buying these tires because I got to get them on this Vector. Because the stock tire is okay, but I need a little bit more traction. So right now what I'm doing is making sure that they down in the rim. Making sure that the nipples on the tire actually seating in the groove of the rim. Basically, once you get it seated, just put your bead. Once you get it seated, put your bead, your ring back on, screw it down, and you're basically done. I don't know if y'all can hear it snapping down in there, but that's what you want to hear. You want to hear it drop in there. Oh yeah. Because if you don't get it seated right, you're gonna basically blow the tire off the rim. It'll be pointless then. So you definitely want to make sure you get them seated right. Looking mighty good to me. Now, let's take your bead ring. Line it up. Just put your screw back in. Now, the way I do it, just go in a little bit at a time. I get my screw started. I go in a little bit at a time. Try to go opposite from where I started at. Just to try to get it even, get it going down even. You don't want to just go around in a circle when you first putting them back on. Kind of wanted to try to get it down, going down as even as possible. And I'm not screwing them all the way in. I'm just doing them, just nipping them up. See, once you get them just about all your screws in, then you just keep going around and just tightening them. But don't crank them all down at one time, because then it'll be kind of one-sided. There we go. See, got my screws in. Now I'm just gonna go around and nip them down a little bit at a time. And you can kind of look at it and tell, you know, you can see the ring tightening down as you tighten them. So you can kind of look at it and tell which way you need to go from that point with the screws. Because you don't, like I said, you don't want to pin it down and it's not even. That's the back. Got the ring on the back. Now we'll just put the ring on the front. Same process as the back. Put your ring on the front. Now with the front, it's gonna have a little space in it. I don't know if you can see that, but let me see. I got a little space in it right there. This ring is gonna help push it on down. This ring, once you put the ring on, you're gonna help push it on down. That's why you make sure you got your holes lined up. Like I said, a little bit at a time. Don't just crank one screw all the way down. That's a little bit at a time. Like I said, the front gonna have a little gap in it, a little gap in the front. So that's why I say you're gonna have to put the screws in and basically walk your ring down on your rim. So that'll actually sandwich everything together. Your rim, your ties, your ring. Last screw there. Now I just walk my way around. Like I said, just making sure it's all even. Making sure your ring even. And like I said, you can actually see your ring from the side as it goes down, so you can kind of monitor where you need to go from there as you tighten it. Yeah. And that's basically it. Got them all mounted up, ready to go. That shield's all mounted up, ready to roll. Akills, super spikes on the vector. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Built by Rob. Y'all looking for some batteries, man. Some good batteries. Y'all holler at my boy Built by Rob. Yeah, he got some good batteries. Powerful batteries, strong batteries. If y'all looking for some good batteries, holla at your boy Built by Rob. He can get you some good batteries. Also with the akill ties, you know, like I said, akills.com, they'll get you hooked up. That's what that she is. Hey man, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let me know about this video, man. Was it helpful? If it wasn't, you know, hey, give me a thumbs down. If it was, hey, thumb me up, man.